Okay, I'm just gonna send this link out to a couple people. Hello. I'm just going to send this link out to a couple people here. Hi, Scott. How are you doing? So we got 3 people there. Just sending this link out to a couple of key people here. We'll send it to Tyler. I'll share it on my Facebook too, I guess. Be good for now. So this golf course is called Terrace Club at Finewood. I'm not sure if it's in the city of Terrace or not, but we will do the Cordova Bay one another night for sure. But somebody else asked if we could do one from a Terrace one. Watching fangirls here, that's good. I know Shannon's on the way. You're either here now just watching the background. Yeah, so this one is called Terrace at Finewood, but we don't know if it's in the actual city of Terrace or not. So of course Canucks play tomorrow night. They'll play 7 p.m. in Rogers Arena. It's still Rogers Arena, isn't it? Yeah, it used to be the GM Place, of course.
K23. Today we stand in front of a par 4 to start out with. Let's load up and fire this into the fairway and take it from there. I think she's coming in for a landing on the fairway.
So, Fangirl, after the stream last night, the clay stream, me and Shannon actually did like not, well, it's not really a Zoom, it's the same as Zoom, but Facebook Messenger video call with Carol, and everything's good because there was some confusion within the stream that Carol thought I was mad at her for gifting so many memberships, but it was just a misunderstanding. What I was trying to say in the chat is, I think it's a great thing that everyone has this gathering place on Clay Stream. Right? I didn't mean at all that she shouldn't be gifting the memberships, because anybody can do that, right? So it's just a misunderstanding. I talked to Clay too, and he said, yeah, everything's good. He didn't realize why Carol got confused like that, but it's all good, so everything's good.
This one's on a good line.
Sometimes when you're texting people or messaging people, you can take the context of that text the wrong way sometimes, or misunderstand it.
Let's see what the second hole has in store for us.
Yeah, this looks like a fun course too. So the Blue Jays won today 10-9, eh? That was quite a game. I didn't see it, but I was checking the updates at work on the app there.
Don't worry about it. Setting up here just in the first cut.
I wonder how many Canuck players will refuse to wear. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Like, it would be kind of nice if they all wore them, like, but it's Like, I haven't heard of any player coming out yet that said they're not going to wear it.
Putt.
Like, they're just asked to wear it during the warm-up. It's not like they're going to, like a parade or anything like that. Like, it's...
Ooh.
And I'm pretty sure they'll auction the jerseys off in the end. Is that correct?
Setting
Like, I know when the Royals do
5-foot
theme
putt
nights, they do that.
Looking pretty good.
I'm not sure if the Royals have a Pride Night. I don't think we do. But
dropping that down in the cup for par. Well done.
why don't I put fades on the ball? Because I have no idea what I'm doing here. Like, I'm just playing at the easiest setting possible, like.
Now on the third.
Or not the easiest, but one of the lowest settings, like. They're going to auction, yeah. But they're so expensive, though, right? Everything's expensive.
That'll do for the approach. And this one is from way, way out.
That wasn't very good, that one.
All right, this next putt for the par.
Shannon's here. Hollingworth, there you are. I started putting using fades this week. Makes the game a lot more fun. One of the brothers got caught in the lie saying he never wore one on his career, but he's pictured and video with him wearing one in Montreal. Well, that's scary. One of the brothers. So who was that? Oh, or one of the players?
Oh.
Fangirls here.
Setting up here for the bogey. All
Now
right,
today,
let's
what
see
time
how
I
this
worked? I
next
worked
hole's
8:30 to
playing. And after that
3:30
hole, you'll
today.
go up to even
So when I came home, I grabbed a burger from the Burger Bimo stand, a mushroom
Blowing
burger and
left to
fries.
right on this one.
And I got all my laundry done, but then I had a nap from about 6 p.m. to 9. Then I walked down to Shannon's and Charlie's. So now I'm back home, obviously I'm back home. But now I probably won't be able to fall asleep, so it's more YouTube videos after this. And oh, I think it was one or Mark or Eric, oh, the Stahl brothers, but the photo doesn't like he wore it in Montreal. Okay, I thought you were talking about a brother on the Canucks, but yeah.
Five feet to go.
Yeah, that will be interesting, like.
This putt's good so far. And a great effort on this hole to bounce back.
So the golf course we're playing tonight, Shannon, is called Terrace at Finewood, but I don't think it's not in the city of Terrace. I couldn't find an actual one. So we got to do the Cadova Bay course soon, and we'll do an Edmonton course. The Mayfair one in Edmonton will be good. But a couple nights ago, somebody in the stream asked if I could do a Northern BC one.
Good shot.
And Shannon, when you're over one time, we could actually create our own course, right? You can do it within within the program itself, within the PlayStation 4 itself. Like some people spend hours and hours doing it, but we could just do a quick, like fun one. We can call it the Charlie course, I guess, the Meow Charlie course.
Sink this and you're down to 2 under.
Sink this. This is a long ways though. Oh no, you wouldn't have to. Yes, but the seat you have for golf is too low for me now. That's okay though, because we can move things along, and you can sit on your walker right next to the simulator, because there is a console to my left on the floor from a van, right? But we can move that.
Oh.
And you can actually play the driving game too, just with the controller, like the regular controller. You don't have to use the wheel.
Okay, let's see what the next hole has for us. And a heads up, this hole, we got a tailwind blowing with the ball.
And this is the Y2K Sports Golf, of course. Apparently EA has come out with a version too, but I'm not going to bother getting that because you can't get every game. Like, like I had the older version of this from a couple years ago, and the ones prior to it in this series. But I've played this one quite a bit. You've never done driving with the controller. It's not that hard. There's other games we can play too. There's a fun, more cartoony game you might enjoy playing. Right? Like a lot of people online, like still use the controller. Like.
And this is your third shot.
It's the same game. It's just more realistic when you use a driving wheel. But my driving wheel is still considered a cheap one, even though it's the Logitech G29. It was about like $300. There's some of these people
13 feet.
Play versus Shannon. That'd be fun. Yeah, there's some people spend thousands of dollars on driving wheels and setups and stuff, and like 3 or 4 screens, and like it's the sky's the limit, just like any other hobby. Like,
well, it's heading towards the hole, and count it. That's for birdie. Okay, 1 under par on your round. Par 4 for this one.
Like a lot of people have that one hobby that they like to spend their extra money on, or stuff. Some people like to travel, like, but some people that are really into the video games and stuff. And
we've got about 110 yards to go here.
But I remember back in 1990 when I got my first own video game system. That was the regular Nintendo NES that I got in May of 1990, just after I started working at the Bay. I sent you a message on Instagram to look up a course.
Okay, here's your putt for birdie.
Where you're looking for nice putt. Let me see what you said on Instagram. Yeah, because you're not on Facebook, are you? So it's Instagram. For some reason, I do not get the notifications. I got to go into Instagram. And Fangirl says, survey says, I found a course in Terrace that had. Yeah, I saw that one too. The Sakina Valley Golf and Country Club. Yeah, that's unfortunately that's not in this this game, right? But you could make that game if you knew the course. Yeah, thanks for the message. That's kind of neat. Even though I've got notifications turned on for Messenger, I never get
Don't get too much power into that putt.
the message.
Setting
Or
up
sorry,
here
for
the
Instagram,
10-foot putt.
I don't get it. And so I have Instagram, of course, the Facebook Messenger, and the WhatsApp. Sometimes when my boss goes away, he sends his messages on Instagram rather than texting.
Done.
Shannon, I wonder if we could make it so when I wonder if we could make it so when they're driving, I could put my walker where the pedals
Right, you're gonna stick right
and drive me on and
one
change it
under
back
after
to when
that.
I'm not there. Yeah, I'm sure we could. If we could take a look at that, I could make the driving seat sort of like a more quick release thing. Yeah, that's good. It gets out of control. I have Facebook, but it's for family only. That's totally understandable. Like if you ever look on my Facebook, I have over 1,000 friends, right? And some of them I don't really know 100% who they are. Like some of them are.
Here we go. This one for par.
If you see a lot of them in the States that are cooks, some of them are the chefs from Hell's Kitchen or Top Chef like that, and where there's some former royals and a lot from the high school days. And
The putt appears to be online. Nicely done. We're in there.
no, but the Instagram works good for messaging. I just got to remember to check it. Like,
oh my goodness, just absolutely striped.
but Shannon, we can definitely figure something out so you can sit on the chair or.
All right, let's have a good second shot here on the 9th.
Or I could even make it higher. Like, I wonder how much higher it would have to be for you to be able to feel comfortable. We'll have to figure it out. Like, yeah, being on Facebook since I think 2007. That's a long time. I hope Clay had a good time watching Pretty Woman with Gail and Kayla. We should ask him Sunday, yeah. So did he go to like a stage play of that, or is there a new movie with the same name? Because that was Richard Gere and Julia Roberts, right? That was late '80s, wasn't it? Or that had a good soundtrack for the songs.
You could go to 2 under with this putt right here.
Stage musical, okay. That'd be kind of neat to see that. I haven't seen too many of those.
That hole.
There was one I went to when I was at Lambrick. It was called Cat Eyes, and we went to it with my English communications class 11, and that was at the Belfry Theatre in Victoria. It was somewhere, but one of the actresses was I don't know her name in real life, but it was essentially Mrs. Roper from Three's Company. You guys remember her? We got to talk to her after. That was kind of neat.
And the putt drops.
And I did see Sully's High School do one in 2009. I guess it was 2009, was it that?
Stepping onto a par 4 hole on this
Yeah.
one.
Wow, that's a long time ago. I went to that one because they did a play called 1989. Yeah, there's a former student that switched schools
Let's see what you have on the
that
second
used to go to
shot here on the
Lambrick, and
10th.
she went there for her grade 12 year, and she invited a bunch of people she knew from Lambrick. So I said, well, I'll go out there, and you could keep an eye open for stage musicals. Oh yeah, me and Shannon saw a fantastic one, as Bill Vandersdam would have said. Remember?
Lining
High
up.
School Musical, small
8-foot
production.
putt.
Yeah, me and Shannon went to one. Shannon, what was that one that we went to downtown? And our friend James was supposed to be in it, but at the last minute he wasn't in it. But it was done. Oh, the Great Big Show.
Well,
It was called. Yeah. Yeah, those things are fun to go to.
This one is for the par.
Now I got a notification. Tyler's here. But that's odd. Now I just got a notification on Instagram that Rosario did a new post. But I don't get That's weird. I don't get the message ones. Yeah, the Canucks are going to do that tomorrow.
So far, so good. And in the hole.
And the weeks to follow will be more be interesting to see the new seats with the blue seats.
And a heads up, we got a headwind to deal with.
With the logo and all that.
Look at that thing fly, just screaming.
It's kind of funny. They're red seats now. Oh, are they the original seats? Does anybody know? From when that arena opened up at around '95, or were those new seats put, or were those red seats put in for the Olympics? That's a good question. Because remember at the Olympics they temporarily called a Canada place because at the Olympics you apparently can't have corporate advertising as names and stuff.
That should do nicely. 20 feet to the hole from here.
Yeah, the Great Big Show, that was a good show. Yeah, I guess I've seen a few over the years if you include ones at the high school and all that.
Oh, man.
Well, they might be putting the blue seats in after the last home game on Sunday. Oh, that's a good idea.
Looking good. And the putt drops for par.
Was that a yes, Shannon? Did I hear you mention earlier today that if they sell the old seats from the arena, that you want a couple for your place for you and Charlie?
And after that one, even par is your score. And teeing it up now on the 12th.
I wonder if they would sell them, how much they would be.
Well, it's unlucky. Missed the green on that approach. It's setting up in the green side rough.
If I got some of the junk off my deck outside, I could put a couple out there, but nah. But I thought Charlie wanted a seat, Shannon.
Save.
No. It would have been kind of neat to have one from the old Victoria Memorial Arena. Yeah, the blue seats would look nice.
And that putt will go. And you're 1 over par currently. Let's see what we can do. Long par 5 ahead of us here.
The game I went to with my sister a year ago, those were nice, comfortable seats. But that was in the club section, so I guess in the other sections of the arena, the seats are pretty worn, I guess.
Well, that'll happen. Setting up here in the first cut of rough.
Like in our arena here, the seat where I normally sit, it's pretty hard to sit on. Like,
Hopefully this sticks to the fairway.
And the one game I saw with our friend Dave, like that was a padded seat.
Setting
That
up
was
for
quite
our
nice
third
there.
shot.
Yes, one day we need to work on getting the deck cleaned up so you can sit out there and either play games and stuff. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Like, and yeah, like on the left when you go there, it's kind of junky, but the whole deck is kind of junky. Like at Canadian Tire,
can we
they
get a
sell
kick
those
to the left?
sort of benches you can put stuff underneath. So maybe that I could get one of those because I don't use the what is it the not
That'll
radio
do for
alarm
now.
saw, but it's a saw that's like you put the board on and you push it down
Here,
on
who
it. Like
knows what could happen, but
um,
I'm eager to
so I
find
do
out.
use that occasionally, but it's not something that needs to be set up all the time, right? And I got my little workbench that can be there all the time. I guess the vise could be mounted all the time, but the saw does need to be out there all the time. It's too bad we're not allowed even an electric barbecue, like, because that would be fun to cook out. They're like they say you can't, but yet I'm allowed to have that the electric like frying pan in the
This putt's about 5 feet.
in the kitchen, like. But I guess it's one of the rules. I would have upgraded from oh yeah, I would have upgraded from Legend of Hall of Fame on Clay Channel, but it's too much per month for me unless it's back at Rogers Arena. The 2 games wouldn't work. Great idea to you to to work on the deck, yeah.
And that.
Yeah, I might go the 25 a month at some point. Then I would get the one-on-one Zoom. Then I could do the group Zoom here. I just wouldn't donate as much.
And after that,
Yeah,
we're
if I didn't
sitting at
donate
one
any
over par.
memberships or
We've got a par
I could probably-
4
I
in
could
front
do
of
it
you on
like-
this one.
the only other members I'm a paying member of is the Van City Fan Life. That's only like $3 a month. The After Dark. I'm not a Parker's Pucks anymore. I don't do that one. And the hockey guy I do.
That was good stuff. This is setting
I
up
could
to
look
be
for the
around
storage bin from the
150
Canadian
yards
Tire,
to
the
the
ones you
pin.
can sit on. And the other one I'm a member of, even though I'm never on it, but it's only $1 a month, is the
Coming
is
into
the Hot
landing
Take
here on the
Hockey guy.
green.
Because it's kind of nice when you go into that one.
Well, that'll work on
Like
the
it
green
does stand
moment.
out. Like,
And this putt for the birdie.
and you have to have. I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers before you can do the memberships. Like, I'm 10 away from 300. We kind of need to get
That one
300
drops for the
subscribers.
4th birdie of the day. I'm liking that. All right, good job there. That's bringing you down to even par now.
Oh, you get paid right at midnight, Shannon, or sometimes when I get paid, it's more in the middle of the night. I'll be right back. It's just midnight. I want to see what I have in my bank account. Yeah, it's odd. I get paid on a Tuesday, so I'll get paid on this coming Tuesday. But Saturday night, I get an email with my pay statement. So I always print them out and put them in a binder.
We'll take those all day. And this is about 165 yards out.
When I worked at the Bay Day, you would get a physical pay stub. Then they went to the online system. Then they actually went back to the paper one. But I like it online. It's the only way to do it. Like,
That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll be on the green eventually. Okay, third
and same
shot.
with the online pay too. Like, well, I think I've always had direct deposit.
I'm liking that one. Nice chip.
But remember, the Interact really started in the mid-90s when you could pay debit and all that.
Right there.
In the old days, you'd have to go to the bank and actually take out cash, like, and that was always a hassle.
Good tee shot here now.
But I think in those days it was sort of better. Yeah, Zeller's is coming back, yeah. And like, I think we definitely spend more money when we have Interact now, because the olden days you would have to think twice. Do I really want to buy that? I have to go. You get your... Oh, no way! Oh, no way! Do we get GST tomorrow? Correct deposit, I get... Oh, from work and GST. Oh, we're not going to get GST check tomorrow, are we? No, I got excited there for a sec. Yeah, the GST bonus check is kind of neat, like when you get that.
Yeah, if you sink this, you could save par.
So the one thing I wonder, like with any stream you watch on YouTube, when you give a $5 donation, how much does YouTube take of that? Like, what percentage does YouTube get, and what goes to the actual channel person themselves?
5
like,
feet left to go.
Because I'm sure YouTube takes some sort of a cut. And it's too bad with the membership gifting we couldn't select
This one's tracking.
the person who we want it to go to, like.
For the bogue. And you're 1 over at the moment. That wind is blowing right to left on this hole.
I've been in situations where the internet cell service and TV are out all at once. Business closed early as cash only at that point. Yeah. Yeah, 1 year when we went to, I was in 2004 or 5, when we went to the BC Championships at Swangard Stadium for the track. The Interact went down for a few days, or for at least a day, but yeah, I think it came back on just in time so that the school could pay for the ferry with a bus, or we would have had a pool our cash to get back on.
Okay, here's our third shot.
But I would like to know, like, a lot of places are self-checkout now, like Walmart and Canadian Tire and all that. So when you go to Walmart and you buy like an apple, like or an onion or some tomatoes, like the old days, the girl at the cashier or man, or when they would like type in the code number. So how do you do that at the self-checkout? Like,
okay, this one for
like Shannon's gonna come over for the game on Sunday, so I'm gonna go to Walmart and get some. Like I want to buy 1 tomato for when we make our burgers and maybe 1 onion. So when I go to the self-checkout, I just can't scan it. I guess maybe I got to look it up, or I push the button and the attendant comes, I guess.
Oh. And about 5 feet to go.
One time, me and my friend Heidi went up island. This is back in the 90s, to a restaurant beside Duncan. And we had our fish and chips. We went to pay at the end, and their Interact went down, and I didn't have the cash, right? So the guy said, there's a bank machine downstairs at the grocery store, you can do that. So I said, yeah, no problem, sir, I'll be right back. Right? And he was really thankful we came back, right? He said, oh, wow, thanks for coming back, I really appreciate it. And I said, well, why wouldn't I? And he said, well, a lot of people would just, like, take off and take a free meal, right? And I said, yes, but if you did that, that's like technically stealing from you, right? Then we could never ever come back here again, and we want to come back, right? So that was pretty good. I think you just type in the code on the machines, and the machine weighs the item after you search it. for that shelf and checkout. Oh, that's good. So I look up the code. There's probably a code number there, I guess. So you put it. I guess there's a scale that I've never really noticed. But thanks. I'll have to try it, like. The only time I don't like the self-checkout is sometimes you scan the item twice. Then you got to call the person over and they take it off. But at Shoppers,
for our third
I think I figured out how to do it on my own, like.
And it goes in the hole. What a way to finish your round. Great work holding that one.
Okay, that's the end of this one. I'm going to do one more 9-holer, like a par 3, but you guys don't have to stick around if you don't want to, but I'm going to do one more 9-holer because there's like 4 of us here and it's only 12:14. Like last night after the clay stream, I didn't get to bed till after 1 because me and Shanna got talking to what's her name, Carol, on the Facebook Messenger. But me and Shannon were talking after. We could do that again and do like a mini Zoom thing. Like we could invite you, Fangirl. We could invite like a couple other people. But we don't want it to get out of control. Like we don't want to have everyone from the clay stream in. Right now, we don't want to like try to take away from Clay.
Hopefully, we'll see you again real soon.
Yeah, some people don't like self-checkouts. It's nice when you have the interaction with the person. So I got to be careful here. So how we do this is we go up here. We go down more filters. There we go. 9-hole. We try to find like a par 3, like Pine Meadows. So that's a par 36. Miller's Barn. Rose High Jump, that looks. So par 44. See, some of these are like that's a fantasy course. So that Mike's first. That means somebody's made that one. Gene Hunt's Nitro posted. Why don't we try this one? This one's made by someone. It's 9 holes. It's a medium, so it's a bit harder than the other one. So we'll just do this, and this will be the final one. So this is par 27. So that means each one's a par 3. Yeah, sometimes Canucks fan 2024, I do get not frustrated, but it is kind of, I guess, intimidating when things are different because you have PC Optimum points, so you have this. Play one of the 420 courses. Yeah, then when it does, my most, I guess it's, would you say frustrating or my most time where I get, well, I wouldn't say frustrated, but what's the word, or maybe a tiny bit of stress is when it doesn't print out the receipt and I gotta pay someone and say, look, I just paid. And
we are starting the round with a par 3. Let's get this tee shot as close as we can and mosey on our way.
This looks like a nice one. And we're gonna so you have this game, Scott, I guess, eh? I'm gonna go right in the water.
There goes
That's okay.
Yeah, that's the water. And this is your third shot.
Looks like a pretty flat green. Well, I think I'm misreading the wind there, but
That's a good one. Nice pin high. And for the
I
bogey.
should make the thing. Scott says there are some courses 420 in the name, some are totally crazy looking. Yeah, sometimes at night I watch the Apex Hound. 2021. The Apex Hound, he does the golf all the time. He's another guy from the UK. And I think it's Mondays, or could be Sundays, he does the fantasy course of the week, and some of those are really crazy.
This one's just a 5-footer.
Some of them can be quite challenging. And there's some courses, the way they're designed,
tracking.
If you hit it right, you can almost get a hole-in-one in every hole. Because it's like a funnel-shaped green.
Okay, 2 over par at the moment. And this one is a par 3.
Yeah, I'd call this sort of a semi-fantasy course, because in real life, you're not going to have a thing like that. Like, how are you going to get to the island? They have a boat, I guess, or... So, Scott, do you have the Xbox or the PS4 like this? PS4?
You have a very long putt ahead of you here.
Long putt. I'll make my sandwich before I go to bed. Like the ones that you can only putt the tee.
Right by the hole.
It's 1,000 yards away. Yeah, those are fun too. Like.
All right, par putts.
Xbox Series S. So does that mean it has a disk drive, or is it all download content?
Now we will tee up on the 3rd hole.
I know I always said I definitely wanted to get the baseball going, but maybe I should switch to some of those fantasy courses. Like,
oops, that one went bye-bye. We're in the deep stuff here.
Oh no, I should have moved. I don't know if it's going to hit. Oh, I'm probably on the other side of the tree, I guess.
Shot's looking good.
That's a good shot. On the game, I've tried it not in this particular version, but the old one I have. The older versions. And in mini golf, I've done it in real life a few times. I haven't, though, for... Next to the Mount Doug Golf Course here in Victoria, there's a place where there's a driving range.
Here we go.
And sort of there is a mini golf one. That would be the last one I went to, but it's got to be... Oh, wow. See, the years go by so quickly, like 2008, 2009.
Ooh.
I think it's the kind of thing you always say, well, I'll do it sometime with the friends, but it never seems to happen. Like
here's a 9-foot putt.
Like, I guess we all have things in life that are like that, or we're going to do this summer or this spring, like, and me and Shannon were talking last night, we want to go to Penticton to see,
nice putt.
Well, I like Penticton, it's one of my favorite cities in BC, but Carol Bovelander lives there, we could meet her.
Teeing up on the 4th hole
We'd
now.
meet her for lunch sometime, or... download only. I guess that's the way it's all coming to, like.
Oh, yeah, that's going to do just fine. Great work.
But what I worry about is the download content, like 10, 15 years from now, will we still be able to play it? Like because I still have all my Nintendo stuff from the 90s and all that, and as long as the
7 feet to the
systems work, I'll always be able to play the game.
So far, so good.
No, wait, I gotta show you something I've had for years. Well, I haven't had this one. Like back in 1981, I'll show you.
And sitting at 5 over par for
Back
the
in
day.
1981, I got a Tandy football game, either for my birthday or for Christmas, right? And I guess years ago I got rid of it, but it's one of these LED ones, right? But I ended up getting another copy on eBay. Like I bought another one just to have. Like, and I used to play it when I would go to bed in like grade 4 and 5. Yeah, and I would actually keep track of the scores. Like I would play for both teams and have like a little mini league. Have you ever tried mini golf download only? PCI isn't digital only. Xbox has the one console that's virtual only.
Well, that's all right.
I think there's a version of the PS5 that is you can get digital, but I want the disc one because I think they play the old games too. I got the PlayStation 1.
Chip. And to save par.
Not right when it came out, but I had it like back in the day, and one of my favorite games was the Cool Borders series.
That'll do.
And Gran Turismo 1, of course, and I didn't get a PS2 until maybe about 3 years ago. I jumped right to the PS3, right? Then I bought a used PS2 off eBay. I think if you go to my channel, my YouTube channel, there's an unboxing of that, but it might be on my old YouTube channel. But there's on my current channel, which is the main one, there's a playlist called my old YouTube videos. One version is digital only. How do I move that thing? Did this thing lock up again or no? Well, there you go.
This is our third shot.
That scared me. See, I had it on the... But that was weird. The other night it locked up and it was just... Or it froze.
Setting up here for your fourth.
And I do have the Nintendo Wii too. Or when I say two, it's the regular Nintendo Wii. I should hook that back up in the main living room for me and Shannon to play, but I got no way of streaming that. I'd have to buy one of those streaming boxes, like... So then you have to connect your PlayStation to the box, right? The box to the laptop, then it streams from there. Like I'll do more research on that. Maybe I'll get that at some point.
Okay.
Then I'd have to move my good laptop to over here. Like it's all
currently 8 over on the day.
It's all doable.
Stepping up to a par 3.
We're on the 7th. Don't really need to stream it, but okay, like, yeah. No, but I was thinking if I had the stream box here, we could switch games. Like I could go from the golf to like the hockey or the baseball. Because right now, as he tried the other night, I had to I had to exit the game completely and start up the new stream.
Nice. Okay, here's our second shot here on the 7th hole.
I guess Shannon didn't come back. I thought she was going to come back, but that's okay.
This one's your third.
Third shot.
Okay, bogey putt coming up.
Bogey.
It's getting there. Oh, well, yeah, didn't quite make it there.
Just 2 more holes, and that's
Now
it for
sitting
the...
at 10 over for your round. You got a right to left cross breeze going on this hole.
So you got to put it way over here because it will go closer to the pin because of the wind.
Can we get a kick left?
Ontario and Quebec only
missed the
right
green
now.
on that one, but, I've already
Hi
become-
Jay, what's in Ontario and Quebec only? Did I miss something there? Or? Oh, the Sellers, yeah.
6 feet to the cup.
I remember there was one at Hillside Mall and Tillicum Mall here in Victoria, and they had the
Looking pretty
the
good.
Skillet restaurant where I used to enjoy going if I was
what we
at the
needed in
mall.
there for par.
See, now at our malls here, none of our malls, which are the main ones, are Hillside, Tillicum, or
Okay, 10
Mayfair.
over
I
for
don't
your
think
round.
any of them have an actual sit-down
We're going the
restaurant
9th.
that you can go to. It's all the food fair.
Could be slightly too much club.
In the summer of '88, I actually worked at the Zellers in Victoria, but it was very brief. Like
Turns
I
out
was
you
called
just,
what was called a
gotta
student
end up on
extra,
the green
and they didn't
pouring
actually
up
give
the
you a
putts all
schedule.
is well.
You had to phone in
Right, let's
every
take this for
morning,
birdie and peace out,
every
what I
Saturday
say.
morning at 9:30 to see if they wanted you to come in. Like I said, well, can't you just give me a schedule saying
Up here, 9
I'll
feet away.
be here? And they said, well, no, they found it better for people that want to work that day. Phone in and we can see if we can use you. So I did it for a few weeks. And they said, no, unless you can give me an actual schedule,
Let's head
letting
towards
me
the
know,
hole.
yes, I need you this Saturday,
And
because
with
you
that,
can't
your
plan me
round
the
is
whole
over.
day. The rest of the plan to return sellers coming soon. That's good. Because if you go down to where the mall is here at Tillicum,
Plus 10 is the
there's some
score
space
at
that
the
is
end of
empty
your
where they
round.
could put a sellers.
And
Because
that's
where the
gonna
Sellers
do it
was
for us here
before,
today. Thank you
before
so
Seller
much
was in
for the round
Eaton's,
of golf.
then it went Sellers.
I had fun.
Now
Hopefully
it's
you did
Lowe's
too.
Hardware. But there is another couple stores there that went, and this is that it, eh? Oh, that's the end of the round. So I think we're gonna end it now because it's 12:30. I could do another 9, but then it gets out of control, right? So we'll end it now, and we'll see it tomorrow at Clay's stream after the game, and we do have Canucks After Dark tomorrow as well, too, right? I'm not sure if he's hosting. But anyway, have a good night. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. And of course, it's 12:32 where I live. Okay, thanks for coming by.